Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Blues fans. We are live here in Minnesota for Game 3 of the Minnesota Blades Showcase. Today, your St. Louis Blues will take on the Chicago Thunderbirds. Warm-ups are over. Final talks are done. Starting line for the Blues today is going to be Giorgio, Zilm, and Spatansky on the wing. So it looks like we've got some line changes coming up. Peterson and Rubis are the defensive pair. So a new defensive unit playing today. Face off won by the Thunderbirds. They cross the red line, put it in deep, takes a weird bounce off the boards, goes in front. Rubis picks that up. He goes far side. He hits Zilm off the red line. Zilm's going to bring it across into the zone. He makes a pass over. That hits off a stick and then gets intercepted. Spatansky breaks that up, sends it back to Rubis. Rubis backward skating in his own zone. Go to his partner Peterson. Peterson up the boards to Spatansky. He takes a check. Thunderbirds attack the puck on the boards. They come away with it. They go back to their defenseman inside their own zone. They go D to D. He goes up the boards through the legs of his player. Peterson picks that off. He goes over to Boyer. Boyer goes far side to Zilm. Zilm brings it into the zone. Long shot. That goes high of the net. Boyer's going to pick it up in the corner. He's got nowhere to go with it, so he puts it hard behind the net. Bugner grabs it. He reverses back into the corner. Goes over the stick of Bauer. Wessel fresh on the ice, charges after it. Thunderbirds control behind their net. They reverse it and go D to D. They're looking up the boards. They send it up the boards. Good step up by Boyer. Broke up that play and then hit after the play by Fugner. Caused the turnover. And here come the Blues back out of their own zone. Malachi Smith sends it over to Brooks. Brooks crosses into the zone. He's going to put it in deep. He pulls up and resumes his position on the point. Wessel on the forecheck. They go back behind D to D. Wessel picks up the pass, tries to put it in front to Boyer. Nobody home. Wessel grabs it, sends it back to the point. Long shot on net. Saved by the goalie into the corner. Blues get it back out to the point to Brooks. Brooks blows an edge as he's making the pass and just gets it in deep. Here comes the Thunderbirds back out. Puck turned over. Blanchard tries to tip it forward, hits the skate of a Thunderbirds player. Brooks comes away with it. He hits Blanchard. Blanchard, far side, hits Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith shakes off a hit, gets it to Harris. Harris throws it in deep. Thunderbirds controlling their own corner. Malachi Smith, or Braden Harris on a good pitch, holds that in. He sends it out the point to Komodowski. Komodowski goes over to Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. Komodowski nowhere to go, throws it far corner. Harris picks up the loose puck behind the net. He's got a guy all over him. Sends it back out to Komodowski. Komodowski, long shot, gets through, pad save, back into the corner for Blanchard. Blanchard pushes it forward. He's got a guy all over him. Crowley comes in, takes a hit, breaks up the play. Good reverse by Harris. Gets the puck out front to Blanchard. Can't get anything on it. Doing his best just to control it. He takes a hit. Good hold by Schneider. Keeps it in. He makes a pass to Harris. Harris shoots. Blocker saved by the Colorado goaltender. They're going to throw it back out. Goes right to the point to Komodowski. He circles, takes it to the front, and goes out to the point to a covering Harris. Harris, far side, and it appears the Thunderbirds goalie knocked the net off because there's no Blues there. So it should be a defensive zone face-off with 14:01 left here in the first period. Blues have another new line combination. This one's going to be tough to announce, people at home. I'm going to apologize in advance. It is Braden with Bowers and Bauer. So Schneider, Bowers, Bauer, the forward unit here. Schneider wins the face-off. Colorado takes up the stick of a winger and sends it around deep. Miniman holds at the point. He puts it in deep. Bauer gets chase. He skates it from behind the net. He gets it forward, rolls off his stick. He hits his man, holds it there. Puck squirts out. Good step up by Blues defense. Turns it over. Schneider shot deflects to the sideboards. They're going to take it. They throw it up high. Hits off a couple legs. Miniman grabs it in his own zone. Sends it to his partner, Komodowski. Komodowski back to Miniman. Here come the Blues through the neutral zone. Bounces on Komodowski's stick. Bauer's there to grab it. He puts it forward. Thunderbirds throw it behind their own net. Brandon Bauer, first man to the puck. Sends it out to the point to Miniman. Miniman makes a step. He goes far side, tries to hit Rubis. It goes all the way down to the corner. No Blues there as Rubis retreated to the point. Thunderbirds send it behind the net. Brandon Bauer forechecks. Thunderbirds clear up to the line. Good step by Bauer. Stops it. And Miniman throws it in just as Brandon Bauer was trying to get out of the zone. So we will have a neutral zone face-off with 13:03 left here in this tie game, 0-0. Blues send out the Giorgio Spatansky Zilm line with Rubis and Peterson as the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Blues all over them, though, and they pressure the turnover. It's held right at the blue line, just inside the defensive zone for the Thunderbirds. Spatansky comes away with it, tries to get to the front, deflects off a stick, goes right to Peterson. He puts it into the corner for Spatansky. Spatansky settles, gets it to Zilm. Zilm can't get it towards the front, and the goalie knocked the net off again. So we'll have another offensive zone face-off, this time to the left of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Giorgio lines up for this draw. Wins it back to Peterson. Peterson to Rubis. Rubis, long shot, hits a player. Giorgio grabs a rebound, gets a shot, grabs another rebound. Zilm tries to poke it towards the net. That's stopped. Puck comes out to the point. Long shot by Rubis, held on to by the Thunderbirds goalie for a stoppage. We're going to do it again from the left of the Thunderbirds goaltender in the offensive zone. No change in personnel for the Blues. Thunderbirds send out a fresh forward unit. Face-off, one back to Peterson again. Quick shot, hits a stick, goes right to Giorgio. His shot, and he picks up his own rebound and beats the Thunderbirds goalie to put the Blues up by 1 with 12:25 left here in the first period. So it should be Giorgio from Giorgio, as he got his own rebound. Blues make a full line change. They send out the Fugner, Wessel, Boyer line with Malachi Smith and Brooks playing defense. Face-off won by Fugner, back to Smith. Smith goes to Brooks. Brooks tips it forward to, or passes it forward to Boyer. He tips it, and it goes on net, and the goaltender holds on for another stoppage in play. Upcoming offensive face-off will be to the right of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Fugner's going to look to pull this one back to Brooks and ties him up. Boyer gets it to Brooks. Long shot on net. Glove save held on to, and we're going to do it again from the right of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Face-off won by Fugner. He turns, throws it hard behind the net. Wessel heavy on the forecheck. Breaks up the play. He's going to try to reverse back to the corner for Boyer. Boyer comes away with it. He circles. He goes out to the point. Smith goes to Brooks. Brooks shot on, tipped wide. Puck sitting in front. Nobody can put it home. And good pressure by the Thunderbirds breaks that up and heads up. They got a semi-break, and Brooks is going to take a penalty to break that play up. So Blues, at worst, go on a penalty kill, and that is the case because we touched the puck. So Brooks going to the box for what is most likely a tripping. Or maybe a hook. We'll see. Yep, they gave him a hook. Blues send out Spatansky and Zilm as the forward penalty kill unit. Miniman and Komodoski are the defensive pairing. Komodoski gets that face-off win from Zilm, goes up to the sideboards, gets stuck there. Thunderbirds come away with it. They try to go D to D. It's behind the man. Miniman picks it up on the sideboards, off the boards to Spatansky. Spatansky tips it forward to Zilm, and he's got a one-on-one here shorthanded. Long shot, pad saved by the Thunderbirds goaltender. Rebound comes back out, and Thunderbirds come quickly back through the neutral zone into the blue zone. They take it down the sideboards. They go behind the net, looking to set something up here. Reverse. Komodoski keeps them honest. They go out to the point, now to the center of the point, back to the top of the circle. Long shot, glove save by Stutzer, held on to, and we will have a stoppage in play with 10:57 left here in the first period. Blues lead by a goal, and 1:17 left on the Blues penalty kill. Blues send out a fresh PK unit. They've got Blanchard, Wessel up front, Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. Face off won by the Thunderbirds. They go D to D at the point. Now he's going to skate to the top of the circle. His pass is tipped, but reclaimed by the Thunderbirds. Good stick by Wessel there. They put it back in deep. Peterson's going to battle two players. Doing a good job holding the puck there. As nice job by the Blues not committing a second player there. Thunderbirds do come away with it. Puck bounces. Luckily, he had a defender standing behind him that can hold it in the zone. They go D to D. One-timer is put into the corner. He couldn't get enough stick on it. And Thunderbirds reclaim the puck, turn it right back over, and the Blues throw it hard off the glass. And that's going to go all the way down, but not far enough for icing. Thunderbirds take it behind their own net. Blanchard heavy on the forecheck. He stops and pulls up. Thunderbirds circle in their own zone, then go D to D. Clear it to the neutral zone, and then they skate it right back into their own zone. Wessel blows a tire, and then so does a Thunderbirds player. Rubis comes away with the loose puck. He's going to flip it up. That is picked up by the glove of a Thunderbirds player. Long shot. Glove save held on to by Stutzer. And that's going to about do it for the Blues penalty kill. They got one more face-off here. And then 3 seconds left. So defensive zone face-off to the left of Stutzer. Crowley and Harris start the shift on forward. And then their center will join them. Face-off won by Crowley. Back to Miniman. He takes it behind the Blues net. He goes off the boards for Crowley. Crowley tips it forward for Harris. Gets knocked off of his stick. And then Blues take it right back from Blanchard grabs it. He gives it to Harry. Harry takes a hit. That puck's knocked loose. Thunderbirds clear it forward. Heads up. They've got numbers coming the other way. Shot deflects. Pass deflects off Miniman. Goes far side. And Thunderbirds unable to get a stick on it. Otherwise, they had an opportunity there. Stutzer was out of the net, thought he was going to play that puck, and it bounced right back in front. Blanchard gets the puck. He gets it up to Harris. Harris, one man to beat. He's got Crowley break into the center. Good play by the Thunderbirds defenseman. Broke that up. Crowley takes it away. His pass deflected. Harris ties his man up. Blanchard now ties up another man. Thunderbirds come away with it. And here they come back into the zone. One-on-one. Long shot. Glove saved by Stutzer's, deflected into the corner. Brandon Bauer now fresh on the ice, battles in the corner. Crowley's there with him. Bauer grabs it. He goes far side for Blanchard, and then Blanchard goes for a change. Bauer's just going to keep barreling this down into the Thunderbird zone as the Blues, 4 other players change and get on the ice. Here come the Thunderbirds. They hit a seam pass far side, heads up here, 2-on-2 back into the Blues zone. Long shot and glove saved by Stutzer. Defensive zone face-off will be to the left of Stutzer. Schneider centering Bauer, and Bauer's up front. Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks, the defensive pair. Schneider wins that draw back to Brooks. Brooks takes it behind the net and goes to Smith. Smith up to Bowers. He can't get his pass off. Blues come back away with it. Entry pass by Bauer hits the skate of a Thunderbirds player. Bowers picks off the pass. He's going to go hard off the boards. Nobody home. And Schneider battles his guy, deflects the pass. They glove it down. Now they're going to bring it back in. Good stick by Bowers, breaks up that play. Then Bauer steps up and hits the guy. Schneider comes away with the puck. He sends it back in deep to the blue zone for Brooks. Brooks over to Smith. Smith hits Bauer. Bauer, 3-on-2. Long shot on net right into the midsection, and the Thunderbirds goaltender is going to hold that one. Blues send out the Giorgio Spatansky Zilm line with Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. Blues win it. They go D to D. Rubis, long shot just wide of the net. Goes all the way around for Peterson. Peterson gets it. He shoots it. That's blocked. He gets the rebound right back as it bounces off a Thunderbird stick. Now he battles on the boards with a couple players. He wins it, sends it in deep for Spatansky. Good stick check by Spatansky, and he comes away with the puck. He goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis hits Peterson far side. Peterson tries to hit Spatansky. It's right behind his stick, so he's going to have to tip it forward to the corner. Gets it to Giorgio. Nobody home for the Blues. as Thunderbirds grab it, send it back out to the neutral zone where Rubis has a man heavy on him as he has to reverse and go the other way. Rubis, far side hits Zilm. Zilm's got a semi-break. Tries to drop for Giorgio, gets knocked off his stick. Giorgio grabs it, sends it right back to Zilm. Zilm to Giorgio. Giorgio to Peterson, far side. Peterson to Rubis. Shot on net, blocker safe, goes to the far corner. Thunderbirds are going to grab it. They shoot it up the boards. Good kick saved by Brooks, holds that in. Thunderbirds come away with a good stick this time by Brooks, holds it there. And tic-tac-toe pass gets broken up as Spatansky and Zilm were trying to get it. Now a glove save by Peterson. That's a glove kick and a skate save to hold it in. And exit pass again, intercepted by Rubis as Thunderbirds tried to ice it. Rubis goes to Boyer, who's fresh on the ice. Another stick by Rubis holds that one from going to icing. He's going to take it behind his own net. Stops, reverses, comes back to the short side here. Goes up, circles back. Leaves it for Wessel. Wessel, nowhere to go with it, puts it behind the net for Miniman. Miniman goes off the boards for Boyer. Boyer's got a man all over him, gets the puck taken. Bugner steps up. He takes a hit, but he's able to put it in deep. Thunderbirds goalie plays it, goes to the far point, and heads up. Blues just took another penalty, and here come the Thunderbirds 2-on-1. Good save by Stutzer, and that puck comes all the way out. And Blues will touch it, and we go back to the penalty kill. So Komodowski takes a 2-minute penalty. For a knee, it looks like. 5:34 left in the first period. Blues go on their second penalty kill of the game. Blanchard, Fugner up front. Miniman and Smith, the defensive pair. Miniman throws it behind the boards out of the reach of Malachi. He skates, grabs it, sends it out to the neutral zone. Here come the Thunderbirds as they're trying to regroup. Fugner keeps them honest out at their own blue line. They go far side, D to D. The defenseman brings it across, drop pass for the forward, back down to the defenseman who is deep in the zone. He sends it to the top of the point. Now to the top of the close circle here. Long shot, pad save on the side of the net. They send it up off the boards. That goes all the way down and what will likely be icing. Blues make a line change. Zilm, Spatansky will be the forward killing unit. Brooks and Rubis will be the defensive killers on this last minute 25 of the penalty kill. Defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer. Won by the Thunderbirds back to the point. He skates the line with it to the middle and goes to the top of the near circle. Back to the top of the point. Great stick by Spatansky, and Spatansky's on a break. Here he goes. Spatansky shoots, and we call that one right into the breadbasket. So Spatansky, who had two Thunderbirds players hot on his tail, gets a good shot off, but goalie had good position on him and went right into the midsection there. So Spatansky lines up for this offensive zone draw, wins it back to Brooks. Brooks grabs it, long shot, glove save, held on to again. And we should do it again from the right of the Thunderbirds goaltender here in the offensive zone. And we're going to. Spatansky wins it again, back to Brooks. Brooks gets it knocked off his stick. Thunderbirds clear it all the way down into the blue zone. Rubis gets on it, grabs it behind the net, reverses. He goes hard around the boards. That's going to go all the way down. Doesn't look like it's going to go far enough for icing, so they wave it off. Thunderbirds circle behind their own net. They go up to the sideboards. He takes it all the way back behind the net as well. Then they go far side. Rubis keeps him to the outside, hits his man, takes the puck from him, then goes up the boards. Nobody home for the Blues. Puck comes loose behind the net. Thunderbirds grab it. They go out to the top of the circle, far side, then to the far point. Shot harmlessly goes wide. Rebound comes in front, and Stutzer looking for it. I don't think he can find it, and it's under him. So tricky little bounce off behind the back of the boards, and scored it right out in front of the net. 15 seconds left in the Komodowski knee penalty. Crowley and Blanchard up front. Crowley ties up his man. Blanchard kicks the puck to the boards. Crowley battles for it. Peterson, Miniman, the defensive pair, as Peterson goes in to battle two players. And looks like the Blues come away with it as Crowley grabs it. He's going to bring it down into the Thunderbird zone. Goes to the outside, looks for somebody in front, nobody home. Blues back at full strength. Puck comes out to the point to Peterson. Long shot and glove save held on to by the Thunderbirds goaltender. Blues change the defensive pair, Malachi Smith and Brooks, onto the ice. Crowley centering Blanchard and Harris, the forward unit. Crowley wins it to the corner, sends it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks to Malachi Smith. He can't hold the line, throws it in deep, uses a skate to hold it, gets his stick back in his hands. He throws it far side. Blues now on the forecheck. Crowley goes for it. He breaks up the play. He gets the puck. He goes out to Malachi Smith. Long shot. Deflects. Goes on net. Hits a pad. Grabbed by the Thunderbirds. Sent far side hard up the boards. Malachi Smith pinches, holds the boards, and he brings the puck back in. Makes a move around one man. Gets it to the slot to Blanchard. His shot deflects wide. Smith grabs it. Goes behind the net to Harris. Harris out to the point to Brooks. Brooks long shot. Deflects high at the net. Thunderbirds clear it up. Good pinch by Schneider and Smith. Hold that in. Thunderbirds then come away with it after that. And here they are back onto the ice. Good play by Brooks. Breaks that play up. Harris has it. He goes far side. And Harris's pass is out of the reach of any Blues player. And it's going to go all the way down for icing. So 2:22 left here in the first period. Blues lead by a goal. 4 minutes of shorthanded time this period. If Blues have taken a couple penalties. Schneider, Bowers, and Bauer up front. Komodowski and Miniman, the defensive pair. Schneider wins the draw back. Thunderbirds beat the Blues defense to the puck, so they get it, send it out to the point. They skate the top of the circle. Good stick by Bowers, breaks that up. Miniman's pass is deflected and caught. Bowers gets it out to the neutral zone. Thunderbirds throw it right back in. Komodowski goes to Miniman. Miniman tips it for Schneider. Schneider to Bowers. Tips off of him. Thunderbirds come away with it. And Komodowski grabs that loose puck. Good stick by Bowers. Breaks that up. Puck comes to the middle. And nobody able to get the puck in the neutral zone. They throw it on net. Komodowski gets it from Stutzer. He reverses. He takes a stick. Schneider has it now. He hits Bauer. Bauer circles as he's got a player all over him. Goes far side to Miniman. Miniman sends it to Bauer off the boards, and here comes Bauer. Gets around to the outside looking for somebody. Gets it to the front. Paddled away by the goaltender. Schneider breaks that up. Gets it to, who was that? Spatansky, who got a shot on net. And good glove save by the Thunderbirds goaltender again. Giorgio, Zilm, Spatansky up front. Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. Spatansky gets that puck out to Peterson. Peterson back to Spatansky. He's going to take it behind the net. He gets held going behind the net. Still controls the puck, though. Drops it for Zilm. Zilm gets hit. Spatansky now goes on the forecheck far side as Thunderbirds stripped it away. They go D to D behind their own net. They go up the sideboards. Pass out of the reach of their forward. Goes right back in the zone. Zilm hits his man. Takes the puck, puts it in front. One-timer by Spatansky. Goes just over the crossbar. And goalie knocked the net off again. So offensive zone faceoff with 54.7 seconds left here in the first period. No change in personnel for the Blues. Giorgio will take this offensive zone draw to the right of Thunderbirds goaltender. Faceoff won by the Thunderbirds. They take it behind their own net. They go up the boards, tip it forward, goes right to the stick of Rubis. Rubis reverses, goes up the boards. Out of the reach of Zilm. Good stuff up by Spatansky. Breaks up that play. Giorgio comes away with the puck. He loses it off his stick. They reclaim it in their own zone. And Giorgio on a good forecheck knocks it away. Now Zilm's going to pick up the loose puck. He goes out to the point to Rubis. Rubis has a guy all over him. Best he can do is put it back in deep. And Blues are about to go on their first power play of the game as Thunderbirds number 91 took a cross check on, not sure if I'd call it a cross check, definitely a high late hit, but it was enough that refs called it. Blues finished the line change. Wessel Fugner joined Boyer up front. Peterson and Rubis will be the defensive pair to start this power play. 22 seconds left here in the first. So Blues will finish out this period on the power play, and unless they score, which I'm okay with that, or we'll start the second period on a power play. Face off, won by the Thunderbirds into their own corner. Fugner steps up and breaks up the pass. Colorado gets it, goes out to Peterson. Peterson to Rubis. Rubis walks the line. He's going to bring it in now. Gets knocked off of his stick into the corner. 7.5 seconds left here. Thunderbirds send it up to the boards. Wessel covering the point, holds it, sends it back to Fugner. Fugner, 5 seconds left, shot right as the buzzer went, and that went high. So that's going to do it for the first period. Blues lead 1-0. We'll be back for the second here against the Colorado Thunderbirds shortly. And here we are to start the second period. Blues continue with Fugner, Bauer, and Wessel. Blues win the draw. Boyer grabs it, takes it across the red line. He carries it into the zone, gets around the last man, circles, goes to set it up, blows an edge. Still maintains the puck, takes a hit. Wessel comes in. He's going to send it hard around the boards for Brooks on the far point. He circles. He tries to hit it to Rubis, or to Smith. Sorry, not Rubis. Good stick by the Thunderbirds player, breaks that up. Puck comes up to Brooks. He brings it across into the zone. Nowhere to go, puts it in deep. Boyer picks it up. He drags it to the corner. He's got a guy all over him. Fugner steps in to help him out. Sends it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks skates to the center, far side to Wessel. He sends it to Fugner. Fugner gets it right back from Brooks. Brooks gets it from Fugner over to Smith. Top of the circle, down to Wessel. Wessel goes far side to Brooks. Long shot. Gets through, glove save. 43 seconds left here in the Blues power play. They send out Crowley, Harris, and Blanchard up front. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Crowley lines up for this face-off. Looking to get this one pulled back to the point. Does so to Miniman. Miniman skates the line, gives it to Crowley. Crowley over to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. He skates it. He's got a man all over him. Makes a move. Rolls off his stick. Thunderbirds unable to control it. It goes to Blanchard in the corner. Blanchard shakes off the hit and gives it to Harris. Harris goes out to the point to Komodowski. Right back to Harris. Harris is past the point, picks off, and Thunderbird's able to clear. Heads up as Miniman had a guy heavy on him, made a quick behind-the-back pass, which connected with Crowley. Komodowski takes a high hit. He's shaken up. And Thunderbirds come away with it. Miniman's able to hold at the point. Goes to Crowley. Crowley, long shot. Stick save. Goes just wide. Komodowski pinches in. Holds it there on the sideboards. Finally, it's able to come out. And here we go. One-on-one, Miniman and a player. Shot, amazing save by Stutzer as he got around for a partial break there, and Stutzer laid out and used a pad to put that up into the net behind. Blues send out Schneider centering Bauer and Bowers, Peterson and Rubis, his defensive partner. Sorry, I was having a brain fart there. Peterson brings it across into the Colorado zone, throws it in. Puck on net, gets kicked back out to the point. Bauer picks it up. He gets stick checked, heads up. Here they come on had numbers coming the other way. Good step up by Rubis, and now it's 2-0. Shot, crossbar, and out of play. So defensive zone face-off coming to the right of Stutzer. No change in personnel for the Blues. Schneider wins the draw to the corner. Rubis takes it behind the net. He tips it to Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis, and Blues are going to go back on the power play. Another high hit late by a Colorado player on Brooks, or Peterson, and Blues go back to the power play. Face-off won by the Blues out to the point. Rubis has it. His pass hits the stick of a player, and here come the Thunderbirds right back out into the Blues neutral zone. Rubis retreats to his own zone. He goes D to D to Peterson. Peterson across the red line. Blues come away with it after they knocked off his stick. Giorgio goes to Rubis. Rubis long shot tipped wide by the stick of Spatansky. Thunderbirds come away with it. They put it off the boards, held in by Giorgio. He drops it back to the point for Peterson. Dump pass hits off Peterson as that puck's going to go all the way down. Rubis picks it up in the corner. He's got a man all over him. He gets knocked down. Thunderbirds come away with the puck. Giorgio there to help now. Spot steps in to help. Peterson comes away with the loose puck. They hit zone far side. Thunderbirds come away with it, and here they come 2-on-2. They got around the first defenseman, trying to stay to the outside. Good dive by Rubis, breaks it up. The pass goes across, hits the shin pad, almost goes in far post. The Blues got lucky there. Almost gave up a shorty. Battle in the corner now between Giorgio, Peterson, Zilm, and one Thunderbirds player. Puck squirts out. Spatansky takes the hit, sends it forward. That puck's going to go all the way down, not far enough for icing. And Blues look like they're on the penalty kill, not power play here. This has not been great. They throw it in deep on us. Brooks picks it up. He takes it behind the net, reverses, waits for help, drops it for Wessel to pick up behind the net. He goes for a skate, crosses the red line. Makes a move at the blue line, gets around another one, knocked off his stick far corner. Wessel grabs it, puts it behind the net for Boyer. Boyer can't get a handle on it, but he gets it back after it trickles to the corner. He reverses, gives it to Wessel. Wessel, far side, hits Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith to Brooks. That puck's picked off, and heads up. Blues take another bad penalty as Brooks goes to the box for holding. 12:18 left here in the second period. Blues go on another penalty kill after a ill-advised play. 12:18 left in the second. Blues lead by a goal, 1-0. Wessel, Blanchard start this penalty kill with Komodowski and Malachi Smith as a defensive pair. Face-off one back to the point by the Thunderbirds. Wessel on a heavy pressure breaks up the play. Thunderbirds able to control. Still Wessel battles. Thunderbirds get it out to the point. They reverse right back to the top of the circle. Wessel keeps him there. He skates it down the sideboards, down the bottom of the circle, reverses out to the point. Puck comes right out to the blue line. Stick saved by Wessel on the pass. Holds it out of the blue zone as Thunderbirds have to regroup. Thunderbirds bring it in. They hit a man crossing through the middle. Puck comes right to the other player as it hit off a skate. He takes it to the outside, heads up. Pass, errant, goes right to the stick of Wessel. He's going to cross the red line, crosses into the zone, takes a slash, no call, then turns and throws it, grabs it again, turns it and throws it far side. Wessel changes, Spatansky comes out, Smith changes, Peterson comes out, and here come the Thunderbirds back now. They go off the boards. Komodowski grabs that puck inside of his own zone, goes up, puts it off the glass, puts it all the way back out, and they're going to have to retrieve it from their own zone, as that is the weakest icing call I've ever seen. The kid stop skating. Spatansky's home up front. Miniman Peterson, the defensive pair. Face off one to the Thunderbirds. They're going to take a D-to-D, skate it around the middle, bring it in. Blues just standing around in front, almost let that go far post as nobody went after the puck. Colorado comes away with it after a battle in the corner. Thunderbirds come away with it. They go out to the point. D-to-D, top of the point, and then they go close side top circle. Thunderbirds, heavy pressure here on the power play. They send it out to the board, the sideboards, out to the top of the point. Long shot, blocked by Zilm. Thunderbirds get it back. Top of the slot, long shot. Deflects off something, goes far corner. Thunderbirds grab it. They go back deep in the Blues zone. Tip it back out to their winger. Blues back at even strength now. Puck comes right out to the center. Nobody home. Shot, pad save. And Stutzer does everything he can to keep that out and just falls on the puck as Blues players were not able to clear that out of the slot. Blues finish the line change. Crowley centering Blanchard and Harris. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. They're trying to get a handle on it. Malachi hits his man off the puck. Other Thunderbirds player blows a tire. Crowley comes away with it, takes it behind his own net. Here he comes out of the zone, takes a hit, pushes it forward. Harris is there. He gets it in. He's got Blanchard breaking towards the net, hits Malachi Smith. Malachi has a bounce on him. Crowley grabs a loose puck. He battles a Thunderbirds player for it. Thunderbirds take it back behind their own net. They put it high off the glass. Brooks on a good hold puts it back in right to the slot. They grab it again. This time they're able to clear as Malachi couldn't hold it in his own there. They throw the puck in deep. Stutzer settles it for Brooks. Brooks is going to go for a skate. Takes it across the red line. He throws it in far side. Blues defense go for a change. And Thunderbirds come away with it. Good step by Harris, breaks that up. Harris comes away with it. Schneider breaks up the play. He puts it in deep for Harris. Harris reverses in the corner. He reverses again in the corner. And Harris comes away with it. Puck squirts behind. Schneider battles with the man now. They reverse, go the other way. Bowers on the ice, pressure's there. Pass forward, rolled all the way down, but got through. Pass to the center, picked off by Schneider. He tips it forward, tries to hit Bowers. It's intercepted. And here come, wow, hard shot, good rebound. Max stops them both. Blues finish the line change. Peterson, Rubis on defense. Schneider, Bauer, and Bowers on forward. Schneider wins that draw, but it goes past his winger, so Thunderbirds throw it back in deep, goes far side. Schneider hits his man, breaks up the play, chips it to Rubis. Rubis has it knocked off of his stick. Thunderbirds send it far side. Ian Bowers battles his man for it. They get it back to the front. Good stick by Peterson, breaks that up, and now he's going to bring it back to the neutral zone. He skates it in, crosses the line, drops it for Bauer. Bauer tries to drop it for Schneider, who's covering the point. Schneider, best he can do is take the man, and here they come 2-on-1 back into the blue zone. And another amazing save by Stutzer breaks that up. Bowers has it roll off his stick. Rubis picks it up. He's going to go for a skate. He's got Bowers. Didn't see him, so he makes a move. Brings it in. Thunderbirds knock him off the puck. They take it away. And it's sent all the way down for what should be an icing. Blues send out Giorgio, Zilm, Spatansky up front, Komodowski, Miniman, the defensive pair. Face-off tied up. Thunderbirds come away with it, take it behind their own net. They go up the sideboards. Komodowski pinches. And Thunderbirds get around, and here we go, 2-on-1. Good back check by Spatansky. Better save by Stutzer as he kicks it all the way out of the zone. Thunderbirds reclaim it. They put it back in. Komodowski has it. He goes up the boards, gets it to Spatansky. He chips it forward. And here comes Zilm Giorgio, 2-on-1 into the Thunderbird zone. Shot on net. Pad saved. And a hold by the Thunderbirds goaltender. 6:54 left here in the second period. Blues are not playing very inspired hockey today. Look a little flat-footed. Hopefully the scrape in between the second and third shake them up a little bit. Blues go back to the power play, it looks like. I didn't even see a penalty, but Blues go to the power play with 6:54 left here. Same unit for the Blues. Sorry, microphone muted there. Blues win the draw. They get it back to zone behind the net. Komodowski gets on the sideboards. He goes far side to Miniman. Miniman goes to Giorgio, but it's behind the mark. Giorgio wins it anyway, sends it over to Miniman. Miniman long shot, deflects wide of the net. Zilm grabs it, gives it back to Giorgio. Giorgio right to the center to Spatansky, back to Giorgio. Giorgio shot deflected wide of the net by a Thunderbirds player. Zilm sends it out to Komodowski. Komodowski stops on the side of the circle, hits Spatansky, and Spatansky hits a knuckle puck one-timer that beats the Thunderbirds goaltender to put the Blues up by 2. So 6:12 left here in the second period. Blues lead by 2 after a power play goal by Spatansky. Blues send out Fugner, Boyer, and Wessel. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair, face off one to Brooks. He puts it in. Thunderbirds send it right back out. Hit by Fugner, breaks up that play. Malachi sends it to his partner Brooks. Brooks tries to pass it back, hits a skate. Thunderbirds reclaim it. They put it back in. Malachi Smith goes right back out. And here comes Tyson Boyer on a race to the puck. He gets around but can't control the puck as the Thunderbirds player takes it away. Malachi Smith steals the pass leaving the zone, sends it behind the net for Boyer. Boyer has it roll on him. Blues come back away with it, though. Fugner sends it out to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Long shot on net. Loose puck to the side. Wessel gets a shot off. That hits something and goes errant. Pass over to Smith. Bounces off his stick and heads up. Had the Thunderbirds been able to control that, would have had a decent opportunity through the neutral zone there, but it bounced on them, and then Blues throw it back in offside. Neutral zone face-off is going to be across from the Thunderbirds bench on the near side here. Fugner will take this one with 5:19 left here in the second period. Blues win the draw back to Brooks. Brooks goes to Smith. Smith far side hits Boyer. Here comes Boyer. He puts it in deep. Blues give chase on the forecheck. They go far side all the way around the boards. Malachi Smith pinches and puts it back in deep. Thunderbirds player, first man to the puck, sends it around. Fugner hits him off of the puck. Thunderbirds come away with it. It gets knocked off their stick. Malachi Smith picks it up. He's going to skate it into the zone, drops it for Wessel. Wessel far side to Brooks. Brooks throws it towards the net. Pad saved by the goalie as they're going to put it back in deep. Comes out to Malachi Smith. Long slap shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. And here come the Thunderbirds as that puck came all the way down off the shot. Malachi Smith hits his man. Thunderbirds still have it behind. Skate it. They're going to send it out to the point. Blanchard's out there to hassle him. They send it to the top of the circle. Shot. That goes wide. Smith picks it up. He has it knocked off of his stick. Thunderbirds throw it back behind the Blues net. Brooks retrieves it. He goes up for Harris out of his reach, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. So 4:11, 4:10 left here in the second period. Blues have an offsides, or an icing against them, excuse me. They send out a fresh unit. Crowley, Blanchard, Harry up front. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. This defensive zone faceoff will be to the left of Stutzer, near side here. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds, goes out to the point. They send it to the top of the circle. They push it back deep. Peterson tries going up the boards. That gets picked off. Crowley now battles with Peterson and two Thunderbirds players. Peterson comes away with it. He goes far side for Rubis. Rubis crosses the red line. He puts it in deep. Blues give chase. Harris beats his man to the puck, reverses. He's got another man on him. He gets put down. They're going to go far side. Rubis is going to hold that on the sideboards. It rolled a little on him, but he held it in. He sends a shot towards the net. That's intercepted. And here come the Thunderbirds with numbers as they went for a change, so the Blues were able to get back. Peterson sends it up to Harris. Harris takes a big hit. As he's a little shaken up, he's going to go for a change, but sees the puck, stops to grab it, and he sends it back, takes another late hit. Harris is shaken up, so he gets off. Bauer on the ice now, intercepts the pass, and here come the Blues. Long shot by Bauer, and the goalie's going to hold on to it, which is just fine as they were going for a line change. Couple of big hits on Harry there. But never gave up on the puck and kept playing the game, so nice job, kid. Schneider, Bauer's up front. Komodowski, Miniman, the defensive pair. Face-off won by Schneider. Bowers controls it. He puts it in deep for Bauer behind the net. It's a race to the puck. Komodowski pinches, holds it there. Bauer reverses. They send it behind the net. Bauer heavy on the forecheck, hits his man. Now Bauer helps Bowers. Jesus, this is something else, trying to get all these names right. Thunderbirds throw it all the way down. They're going to call a tip, which is okay. Komodowski hits his man. Miniman puts it behind the net. Nobody home as his defensive partner was on the other side. Schneider comes back to help pull that out. He tips it to Komodowski. Komodowski reverses. His pass intercepted. Goes back behind the net to Miniman. Miniman catches it in the corner. He goes far side to Bauer. Bauer tries to chip it forward. Nobody home for the Blues there either as they bring it right back. Komodowski hits his man, breaks up the play. He gets it, gives it to Bowers. And they're going to bring it back in. Schneider gets back, gets a stick on the stick. The shot goes wide. Miniman takes a hit. Schneider picks it up. And puck goes into the corner. Schneider now battles with Miniman, or that was Bowers, excuse me. Long shot, that's wide of the net. Puck goes back. Bowers has it. He goes over to Miniman. It's ahead of him. Miniman tips it forward to Bauer. Bauer tips it around another man. Here they come. They send it right back in. Heads up. They've got numbers. And it goes right to the center. Long shot. That's wide of the net. Schneider pushes him to the outside. Komodowski hits the man. Puck goes all the way around. And they're going to call that icing, even though he probably could have held it at the line. Okay, 1:13 left here in the second period. Blues send out the Giorgio line with Spatansky and Zilm. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Brooks takes it behind the net. His exit out of the zone hits the seam, goes right to Spatansky. His pass to Zilm out of his reach. Thunderbirds throw it right back in. Smith picks it up on the sideboards. He reverses. He sends it all the way over far side on a bounce pass that I think had the Thunderbirds player realize what was happening, probably should have grabbed it. Thunderbirds able to clear. Good hold at the line by Brooks. Breaks that up. Giorgio tries to get to Zilm. Zilm lifts a stick. It goes to Smith. Smith, long shot, gets on net. Pad save. Goes far side. And good hold by Zilm. Gets it back to Brooks. Brooks going to put it in deep. Spatansky goes to the far corner to forecheck. And Thunderbirds come away with it. Hit by Zilm, breaks that up. He drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio steps up, shot, hits Spatansky. Giorgio gets it back, looks for somebody, sends it out to the point to Smith. Smith, long shot, deflects right on net. And good save by Thunderbirds goaltender on that deflection that goes right on net. Thunderbirds win that draw. They send it down. Luckily, there's no time left as they're on a semi-break, and all they can do is throw it towards the net. Good heads-up play by Stutzer. That's going to do it for the second period. They're going to scrape in between, and we'll be back for the third here shortly. And here we are, ready to get the third period underway. Stutzer continues in net for the Blues. Defensive pair to get this period underway is going to be Peterson and Rubis. Forward unit is Fugner, Boyer, and Wessel.
Let's go, Blues!
Fugner lines up to take the draw. He ties it up, pulls it back to the point. Boyer grabs it, sends it forward, hits the stick, goes in. Blues send it all the way back in. They call off icing. Boyer heavy on the forechecks, gets interfered with. Thunderbirds take it far side. Fugner and Wessel there for it. Thunderbirds come away with it. Good hold at the point by Peterson. Gets it to Wessel on the sideboards. Wessel pushes it forward, takes a hit. Boyer chases behind the net. They're going to send it high off the glass. Good hold by Rubis. Shot on net right into the midsection, and we get a stoppage of play as the goalie holds on to it. Blues send out the Crowley line, centering Harris and Blanchard. Brooks and Smith, the defensive unit. Face off, won by the Thunderbirds. They go hard behind their own net. Nobody home for the Blues as they have plenty of time. They hit it high off the boards. Gets around the stick of Brooks. They got to hold up as one of the players went off sides, and here they come back through the neutral zone. Good stick by Blanchard, breaks that up. Then Thunderbirds take it back. Big hit by Brooks as Thunderbirds come away with it. Shot goes just wide of Stutzer's net. Step up by Blanchard on the hit, gets the puck to Smith, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. So we will have a defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer. Crowley lines up to take this. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Shot on net right in the midsection. Stutzer throws it to the ice, covers it with his glove, and hangs on to it. Blues send out a fresh defensive unit. And Miniman and Komodowski. Crowley ties up his man in the dot. Blanchard sticks his stick in, knocks it forward. Thunderbirds come away with it. They have it in the corner. Quick shot on a one-timer from the slot. Reaction saved by Stutzer as Komodowski gets it behind the net, gets it to Miniman. He hasn't knocked off his stick. They're going to throw it out to the point. Nobody home. Long shot. That goes wide. Comes out to the far side. Komodowski gets it. He throws it up the middle. That's picked off. Another shot on net. Pad save. Miniman grabs it, and he's going to throw it down for icing as well. Blues send out a fresh forward unit. Schneider, Bauer, Bowers up front. Komodowski and Miniman continue their defensive shift. Face-off won by Schneider over to Bauer. He tips it around. Good stick by Thunderbirds player, holds that in. Miniman chases behind the net. He reverses, hits the cage. Schneider there to help battle. It comes right out in front. Nothing going, goes all the way to the point. Shot, glove save. And Bauer on the pressure gets it pushed towards. Stutzer saves it, puts it behind the net for Komodowski. Komodowski circles, goes behind his net for Miniman. Miniman off the boards to Bauer. Bauer blows an edge. He takes a hit, gets the puck to Bowers. Here comes Bowers across the blue line. Drops it for Schneider. Schneider gets around. He gets hooked. Breaks up the play. Next pass comes. Good hold by Rubis. Rubis puts it towards the net, and they're going to hang on to it, and Rubis is going to go to the box for a high stick. So Blues go to the penalty kill. Here with 14:22 left in the third period. Rubis high sticking. Spatansky, Zilm up front. Peterson, Smith, the defensive pair. Blues cleared out of the zone, tipped forward to Spatansky, takes a hit, maintains control of the puck, then he gets tripped, and we're going to go to 4-on-4 hockey as the trip is called as a slash against the Thunderbirds player, and so Blues go to 4-on-4. Blues send out Wessel to join Spatansky on this 4-on-4 play. Smith and Peterson will be the defensive pair. Face off one back to Peterson. He skates it, sends it over to Smith. Smith, far side for Wessel. Bounces on his stick, gives it to Peterson. Peterson back to Wessel. Wessel drops it for Peterson. Here comes Peterson. Down to the corner to Spatansky. Spatansky takes it behind the net. He's got a man all over him, makes a move. Circles back into the corner again, goes off the boards, out to the point to Smith. Smith to Peterson. Peterson, long shot, deflects just wide of the net as Thunderbirds come away with it. And big hit by Spatansky, breaks that off, shot by Wessel right into the midsection, and that is saved and held on to by the Thunderbirds goaltender. Blues send out Boyer and Giorgio up front. Brooks and Miniman, the defensive pair. Giorgio lines up for this offensive draw to the left of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Wins it back to Brooks. Brooks goes to Miniman. Miniman goes back over to Brooks, far side, long shot. That deflects just wide off of a Thunderbird stick. They send it to the corner. It rolls out past them to the point. Here, Brooks goes to Miniman. Miniman tries to hit Giorgio, intercepted, and Thunderbirds throw it all the way down for icing. Giorgio lines up for this draw. Wins it back to Brooks. Brooks steps up, slap shot, pad, save far corner. Miniman pinches. Unable to hold. Thunderbirds have it right there. Miniman, good job with the stick, gets it to Giorgio. Giorgio over to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, deflects off the stick of a Thunderbirds player and goes into the netting behind the glass. Giorgio lines up to take this one from the right of the Thunderbirds goalie, wins it back to Brooks. Brooks steps, shot on net, drops in front, rebound by Boyer, goes just wide of the net. Thunderbirds trying to clear the zone, good hold by Giorgio, gets it back into the corner. Boyer now charges down. The puck is sent cross ice by the Thunderbirds. It's high, so he has to shin pad it to the ice. Giorgio hits his man, puck squirts back to Brooks. Brooks back to Giorgio. Giorgio hits Miniman. Miniman has it go past him, goes all the way down into the blue zone as Brooks has to get on his high horse as a Thunderbirds player was all over him. Pass from Boyer hits Harris. Harris 1-on-2 comes into the zone, makes a move around the first guy, takes it behind the net, tries to hit Crowley in front, just out of his reach. And here come the Thunderbirds, 2-on-2 back into the blue zone. They slide it around the defenseman, goes on net, and Stutzer covers that for a whistle. So Blues and Thunderbirds penalties are over. We're back to 5-on-5. Crowley, Blanchard, Harris up front. Komodowski and Rubis, the defensive pair. Harris gets in from Rubis. He tries to get it back over to Rubis, hits a skate, but Rubis picks it up anyways. He skates it to the corner, puts it behind the net for Blanchard. Blanchard retrieves it. He sends it out to the point, or reverses, drop back into the corner for Harry. Harry turns. He sends it out to the point to Rubis. Rubis makes a move at the line, tries to shoot, hits the stick of Harris. Harris takes it down into the corner. Reverses behind the net. Nobody there for the Blues. And here comes Thunderbirds on a one-on-one. Good stick by Rubis, and then a check by Rubis breaks that up. Komodowski drops it. He goes off sides as he got hit and went back up on the ice across the blue line as the Blues forward was bringing it into zone. Blues make a full line change. Brooks, Smith up front, Schneider, Bauer, and Wessel on the forward lane here. Schneider wins that faceoff, gets it to Wessel. Wessel to Bauer. Bauer gives it back to Wessel. Wessel sends it to the front. That puck is loose. Bauer reverses in the corner to Wessel. Wessel tries to hit Schneider. He gets knocked down. Blocks it to the far corner. Thunderbirds come away with it. They flip it high. Gloved down by Malachi Smith. He reverses. Got a man all over him. They're going to put it in deep. Wessel goes to chase it. Wessel reverses to Schneider. Schneider hits Brooks. Brooks reverses. Goes behind the net to Smith. Smith hits Schneider. Schneider off the boards to Wessel. Wessel puts it in deep. Bauer gives chase. Schneider goes to the front. Puck worked past him. Schneider breaks that up. He grabs it, goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks has room, steps up, shoot. Through traffic, gets on net, and it's a glove save. Blues send out Giorgio, Zilm, and Spatansky up front. Giorgio wins the draw. Zilm sends it out to the point to Rubis. His shot deflected wide. Thunderbirds come away with it. They send it far side. Rubis steps up, holds it. He puts it back in. And Blues all over that puck. Zilm comes away with it, throws it back in deep. Goalie settles it behind the net. Spatansky heavy on the forecheck. Good stick, knocks it off of him. Giorgio grabs it, goes far corner. Rubis pinches all the way down, holds it there. Spatansky drops back and covers the point. Thunderbirds reverse. They go far side this time as they couldn't get out on the near side. They reverse. Good stand up by Spatansky. Breaks up that play. Another skate break up by Spatansky. As the Blues come away with it, comes to the point. Long slap shot one-timer by Peterson goes wide. And exit is gloved down by Rubis. He throws it on net, and Thunderbirds goalie's going to hold on to it for another stoppage in play with 9:18 left here in the third period. Blues are leading 2-0. As they're going to have this offensive zone face-off to the left of the Thunderbirds goaltender. They send out Fugner, centering Boyer and Wessel up front. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds into their corner. They're going to skate it behind the net. Wessel heavy on the forecheck, causes him to lose his footing. Thunderbirds able to reclaim the puck. Miniman pinches up, throws it towards the net, tipped right on goal by Boyer, and good heads-up play by the Thunderbirds goaltender to keep that out of the net. We're going to do it again from the left of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Fugner's going to take this draw. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds into the corner. Fugner picks it off as they overskated it. His pass is deflected into the corner. Thunderbirds come away with it. It comes out to the point to Miniman. Miniman shoots, skate. Fugner grabs it, quick shot. Another save, comes all the way out to the point. Stick by Miniman, holds it in the zone initially, and now they're able to get to the neutral zone. Komodowski comes away with it. He takes a huge hit, and the puck comes back. Good stick by the Blues, break that up. They're going to give it to Boyer. Boyer controls the puck around a couple of hits, and the puck goes on net loose, and a little roughhousing after the play. Thunderbirds much more aggressive this period. Lots of late hits, lots of high hits. Looks like we're going to get a couple penalties here. Let's see who goes.
1-1.
Wow, what an absolutely terrible call. They call Wessel. The only call on that is multiple cross checks to the head of Blues players in front of the net, and they call a slash only on the Blues. That's rough. So Blues are going to go on the penalty kill here with 8:25 left in the third period. Wessel goes to the box on probably weakest call we've seen all weekend, especially considering what was happening all around him. And it is what it is. Blues send out Spatansky, Film up front, Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues. Miniman puts it around the boards, sends it up to the neutral zone or to the sideboards, where Zone puts it into the neutral zone. He throws it all the way down, no icing. Thunderbirds go D to D behind their net. Next pass is out of the reach of everybody, so they got to retrieve it in the corner. Then they're going to go far side. Good skate by Spatansky, breaks that play up. And another hit behind the play not called as Zilm gets leveled from behind mid-ice. Puck comes all the way out to Komodowski. He circles in his own zone, gives it to Miniman. Miniman up the sideboards to Zilm. Here comes Zilm. He hits Spatansky. Spatansky shoot. Deflects off the stick of a Thunderbirds player into the netting behind the goal. Fugner, Blanchard sent out up front. Smith and Brooks, the defensive pair. 1:19 left in the Wessel high sticking penalty. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Here they come with numbers as the Blues are rushing to get back. They cross over, take it below the Blues goal. Looking for an open man. They send it to the top of the point. They go to the top of the far circle. Long shot. Glove saved as Stutzer saw it the whole way. Fugner lines up for this defensive zone draw, wins it to Brooks. Brooks goes behind the net to Smith. Smith sends it hard around the boards, and it's going to go all the way down for icing. Fugner's going to line up this time to the right of Stutzer. He's got Blanchard on his wing. The Blues are shorthanded for another 47 seconds. Face-off won by Thunderbirds. They send it to the front. One-timer fanned on, goes out to the point. They go D to D, top of the circle. He skates, shot, blocked by the skate of Malachi Smith. They go far side. Their pass to the far point off the mark. Blanchard breaks that up, heads up. Good play by, I think that was Brooks. Throws it all the way down. It's on net, so no icing as we'll burn some more time here as the Thunderbirds have to rehearse. Fugner on a good forecheck. Hits his man. Here comes Thunderbirds the other way. Heads up. They got numbers. Good stand up by Brooks. Breaks up that play. He grabs the puck again. His exit pass hits a Thunderbirds player. They get it to the bottom of the circle now. Smith hits his man. Blues back at full strength. They go far side. Hits off somebody. Good play by Brooks. Breaks up the shot. They go far side. It comes to the far point. They go back in deep. Picked off by Brooks. He gets his pocket picked. Fugner hits his man. Brooks grabs it, goes off the glass, and they're going to say that's going to go all the way down for icing, even though it looked like it hit the glove of the Thunderbirds defenseman. So 6 minutes left here in the third period. Blues send out Crowley, Harris, and Wessel up front. Rubis and Peterson, the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues. Rubis takes it behind his net. Sauce pass to Wessel. Wessel hits Harris. Harris gets around the red line, gets around the last man. Shoot! Shoulder save by the Colorado Thunderbirds goaltender. Wessel sends it all the way out to point to Rubis. Rubis makes a sidestep, shoots, tipped on net by Harris. Loose puck. Blues can't get to it as Thunderbirds going to bring it right back out. And good step up by Peterson, breaks that up. Wessel gets it to Rubis. Rubis has it knocked off his stick, grabs it right back, turns it, and throws it into the Thunderbird zone. Wessel steps onto the boards, grabs that loose puck on the clearing attempt, gets it to Harris, can't bury as it goes over the net, goes to the far corner. Harris battles a guy, it squirts out to Crowley. Crowley sends it out to the point to Peterson. Peterson, long shot, no traffic, goes right into the glove of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Blues send out Schneider, Bowers, Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. And good hold by the ref that was 40 feet from the line called an offsides. Even though it looked like he held it, but that's okay. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off right across from the Thunderbirds bench. Face-off won by Schneider. Thunderbirds steal it. Goes to Komodowski. He goes far side for Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. He circles in his own zone. He goes far side, hits Bauer. Bauer hits Schneider. Schneider gets around one shot on net, held on to by the goaltender. And we will have another offensive zone face-off with 4:47 left here in the third period. This time to the right. This time to the right of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Schneider lines up for the draw. Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. They go hard around the boards. Miniman unable to hold at the line as it was coming hot and heavy. Sends it back up to Bowers. He takes a hit. Schneider pinches in to help battle there. Thunderbirds come away with it. Good step up by Miniman. Breaks that up. Thunderbirds come away with it. Heads up. Open shot. Wow. Missed the net. Had a wide open one. And puck Blues send out Giorgio, Spatansky, Zilm. Face-off one to Brooks. Long shot, blockered into the net over the glass. And we're going to do it again, this time from the right of the Thunderbirds goaltender. Face-off comes out to the point as they won it. Long shot, off mark, misses the net. Thunderbirds come away with it. They're going to clear it out. Good stick by Smith, holds it in. Glove down by a Thunderbirds player. Giorgio grabs a loose puck, sends it to the corner. Giorgio has it. He chips it out to Spatansky. Spatansky puts one right through the crease. Zilm can't get a stick on it, and here come the Blues. Malachi Smith sends it back to Giorgio. Giorgio to Brooks. Brooks gives it up to Zilm. Good stick, blocks that pass. It was 4 feet in the air, back down, and here come the Thunderbirds right back the other way. Brooks fans on a pass, has to take it behind the net. He's going to reverse again in the corner. Takes it back behind the Blues net the other way. He hits Spatansky. Spatansky hits Zilm. And Thunderbirds are going to go on the penalty kill again as the Blues get a power play for a late high hit again on Spatansky. So Blues at 3:18 left in the third go on the power play. They're going to send out Fugner, Wessel, Boyer. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. Offensive zone face-off, won by the Thunderbirds. They're going to bring it out far side. They cleared their own zone, chip it around Peterson. Boyer there to pick up the loose puck. He gives it to Fugner. Fugner has a bounce on him. Gets control, throws it in deep. Wessel on the forecheck, hassles his man. They're going to send it high off the boards. Thunderbirds come away with a good step up by Boyer. Gets it back to Wessel. Wessel gives it to Rubis. Rubis walks to the center, skates it down the far side, sends it to Wessel. Wessel shot. Blocker save, goes behind the net for Boyer. Boyer over to Wessel in the corner. Wessel out to Peterson. Peterson to Rubis. Rubis steps top of the circle, far side for Wessel. Wessel shoots and scores. Power play goal by Wessel with 2:34 left here in the third period. Blues go up by 3. And that'll do it for the power play, as Blues will go back to 5-on-5 hockey against the Thunderbirds. Power play goal by Wessel from Rubis at 2:34 of the third period. Crowley, Harris, and Blanchard come out to play forward. Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pairing. Face-off won by the Blues, splits the D, goes all the way down into the corner, so Miniman has to retrieve it. He puts it behind the net for Komodowski. Komodowski up the boards for Harris. One-touch pass to Crowley. Crowley pushes it around the defender, takes the hit, and puck goes right in front of the net. Blanchard puts it on net, can't get enough on it, and ref gets knocked down. Everybody's hurt here. Ref's hurt, so they blow the whistle. He went down pretty hard as a Blues and Thunderbirds player collided with him. And we'll be back after this medical timeout for the official. And official back on his feet. We will have a neutral zone face-off right outside the Blues bench. Crowley, Harris, Blanchard continue up front with Miniman, Komodowski, the defensive pair. Face-off won by Crowley. Thunderbirds take it away. Ref gets collided with again by a Thunderbirds player. This time he stays on his feet. Miniman grabs the loose puck, goes to his defensive partner. Komodowski hits Blanchard. Here comes Blanchard. He's going to bring it into the zone. He puts it in deep, goes in on the forecheck. They're going to bring it behind the net. Harris hits his man. Puck's going to go all the way around. Miniman grabs it, deflects on net by a Thunderbird stick. Harry collides with the player. Puck comes out. And whistle blows as two players get tied up. And ref's just going to give him 2 penalties. He's embarrassed after that fall, so he's going to send them both to the box for fun. 1:34 left here in the third period. Coincidental penalties against Braden Harris and one of the Thunderbirds players, each for holding as they got tied up along the boards. Center ice face-off will be Schneider, Bauer. Bauer's up front. Brooks and Smith, the defensive pair. Face-off brought into the zone by Thunderbirds. Good step up by Smith, breaks up that play. Ian Bowers has it roll off of his stick. Schneider hassles his man and causes him to lose control. The puck goes out to the neutral zone. Thunderbirds get it back. They're going to bring it in. They go around Brooks, put it in the corner, try to get to the front. Good stick by Brooks on the back to hold it there. Bauer picks up the loose puck, chips it forward for Schneider. Schneider hits Bauer. Bauer gets it through the 2 defenders as now he has to fight in the corner. And Ian Bauer is going to the penalty box here in a minute for most likely holding. And that is correct. So Blues will go on the penalty kill to finish this game out. 59.8 seconds left. Bowers goes to the box for holding. And one of the teams has called a timeout, so we will be back shortly. And that timeout was brought to you by absolutely nobody. Blues win the draw back into the corner. Shorthanded here as we start play again. They send it all the way out to the neutral zone. We've got Giorgio Spatansky, the penalty killing unit. Thunderbirds grab it. They throw it back in. And Blues are going to be 5-on-3. So Giorgio takes a roughing penalty. Wow. Another weak call after everything they've let. And Blues bench gets a bench minor. Bauer will step in to take that penalty. Doesn't affect the game. Can't go 5-on-2. So Blues are going to get their choice words for the crappy officiating that we've seen up here. That ref has interfered in the game in more ways than bad calls, unfortunately, and it is what it is. So Blues, 4 men in the box, 5-on-3 the Thunderbirds will have until the end of this game, and they've also pulled their goalie, so it's a 6-on-3. So Blues' plan of action here is probably win faceoffs, throw it down, and just keep taking the icing and chip away at this time. It's going to be hard to get control of the puck when you got 3 extra men against you. Spatansky lines up for this draw, wins it back to Smith. Smith hard around the boards. That is not going to be hard enough to get out. They go D to D on the point. Missed the pass. He has to kick it into the corner. Smith gets tied up. They try to take it behind. Goes out to the point. Long shot blocked by Spatansky. Malachi Smith grabs it. He sends it all the way out. And that is not going to go far enough for icing. As they bring it right back. Here they come. Caught the Blues kind of sleeping. Pad save by Stutzer goes in front. Spatansky gets tripped, no call. Another big miss. And then Brooks gets hit from behind in the corner. And looks like the ref that is actually not the big guy is going to give a call. So 1.7 seconds left here in the game. We'll go to 5-on-4. Or no. Yeah. Wait. I don't know what they'll do. They'll be 4-on-3, yeah. So 4-on-3 for 1.7 seconds left. Brooks holding his neck as he goes to get off. He got leveled from behind into the boards. And they're going to go ahead and just run the clock and end this game. And that's going to do it. Your Blues win 3-0 in an unusual game, but a win's a win, so we'll take it. So Blues are back in action tonight, I believe at 6:15 here at the same rink. They'll be playing the Windy City Storm out of Chicago. So until then, see ya.